Alright, so the most recent chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, which is 146, has sparked a bit of controversy, and it's more so surrounding the ending with Touka and her, I guess, reappearance, and I can 100% see why people aren't enjoying this. First of all, Ishida has played Touka as a emotional impact for a very long time now. As of recently, he's played her quite a lot in terms of adding this impact, where it's like, oh, she's gonna die, and then it's like, no, she's not gonna die. And it's like, oh, she's gonna die, no. Oh, she's gonna die. No. It's become this back and forth motion where it's kind of feels like Ishida is using Touka as a character just for this purpose. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing. However, it almost comes off a bit too obvious at some points, and then it loses its impact the more you use it, right? So the first time, it's obviously going to be the most impactful. You know, the fourth or fifth time, it's kind of like, okay, you know, he's teased it a lot, it's coming, like, we know it's there. Is she gonna die this time, or is she not gonna die again? Whatever. And I feel like people are really feeling the effects of it being overused. I want to hope, like, everyone hates me for saying this, like, oh, you know, Touka's not gonna die, she's not, she's got a child, she's got this plot convenience. There is really no such thing as plot convenience in Tokyo Ghoul, right? If you don't know what plot convenience is, it's basically like a certain thing that allows a character to do it because of the story, like because the story entails it to be like that. So, for example, majority of shonens, you know, like One Piece and Naruto and all that stuff, it's a plot convenience that main character will most likely never die, right? That's just a very basic version of it. Like, Naruto will never die potentially, or Luffy will never die. Like, there's no 100% answer like that, but for the most part, they use kind of that concept, right? Tokyo Ghoul, on the other hand, does not do that. Because a character's pregnant, or she's a female, or she hasn't had much character development, she will still get killed off, alright? And that's the beauty of Ishida's writing. Like, no one is safe in this story. Like, oh, Kaneki's the main character, he can't get killed off. Nah, no, he can very well die. It's because he's the main character that he can very well die. For the most part, the concept this time surrounding, I guess, Touka and her situation is if she has been actually eaten by Carnegie, if Carnegie basically ate her, which this is something that we're not really sure of ourselves, right? Like, when you read the chapter, everything is kind of just all over the place, and it's hard to get a picture of where Touka is compared to Carnegie and where he is, because his size and stature, he should be completely up top on the surface. He's long, you know what I mean? Like, he's a long centipede dragon, whatever you want to call it, but I don't think he's that long. When I say that long, he's currently above ground fighting tanks and military, or running away. I don't know what he's doing. He's not necessarily fighting back as of yet, but, you know, he's up there doing his own thing, turning around through the city and accidentally destroying everything, right? Surely his tail, or like a portion of his body, is still underground. Like, surely it's not, right? That's pretty long. And like, that's kind of the hard thing to picture, because the only thing that gives us a gist on the final panel of Touka that it's something relating to Kaneki with where she is kind of the egg sac clone thing on the side or the corner, or whatever you want to call it. There's like this sac, egg, eye, whatever, and it's got a body kind of oozing out of it. And we've seen it earlier in the chapter with the conversation between Yui and Furuta, and in the background there was like these oozing white Kanekis kind of just pouring out, and they're like clones and lifeless or whatever. I don't know if Yui cut that piece off because they did go up against Kaneki, and maybe they cut off a small portion, or I don't know, maybe it fell off. I don't know. Surely the end of Kaneki, or at least a portion of him, is not underground. Like, that's extremely long. In this case, I actually hope Touka has already been eaten, and for the worst scenario, for the fact that she's been eaten. Because I did mention it in the review, and a lot of people are saying that, you know, maybe she can bring Kaneki back to reality, which is not necessarily the worst idea. However, if that is the case, I want it to be more sacrificial, hopefully, right? If one person is going to bring Kaneki back right now, I guess it's either Touka or Hide, and if Carnegie comes back, I'm hoping his realization comes back with him knowing that Touka basically sacrificed herself, or she was already dead to begin with, to bring him back. She kind of fought through, you know, his entire body, I don't even know how you want to really describe it, and managed to somewhat find his main body, which I see a lot of people talking about, and potentially bringing him, or at least making him more optional to the reality of her situation. There has been kind of small skeptical theories going around that Carnegie in this form is not destructive because he is unconsciously searching for someone. That someone is most likely Touka, and you can base this back to when he first emerged above ground, when he was looking at the reporter and the helicopters and the people on the ground. Yes, he was accidentally destroying and killing innocent civilians, however, he wasn't doing it on purpose, like he wasn't going out of his way to destroy these people. So I think subconsciously he was looking for Touka without him actually being in control. The big question is, did he actually eat her? You know, when he first transformed underground, a lot of people seemed to be able to escape. I don't know if she was necessarily in the firing range. Like, you'd think Furuta would be in the firing range. He literally got swiped by Kaneki, but all he had was a bloody graze on his head. Like Yui and Hiriko, but they didn't get eaten. You know, why would Touka? So it's hard. It's very hard. For some reason, I would like it to be the fact that right now Touka is well and truly gone. Like, she is no longer a thing. She's actually dead. She got eaten by Carnegie, and right now what we are seeing is kind of the inner thoughts, the inner mind of Carnegie, basically. There is an interesting setup, which I literally just thought of them, which actually might be rather interesting. Literally just then I thought about it. I may even make a completely whole video talking about it, but I'll give you, I guess, the basis of it so far. Furuta mentioned that the Naga Serpent could potentially give life back. He wasn't sure how he done it, or how Carnegie could potentially do it, whether it's this dragon thing where you have to have a lot of RC cells to be able to bring people back to life. And I don't even know if it's actually bringing people back to life, like that legitimate, right? But there was this weird conversation surrounding that by Furuta and Yui. No, because I know you're thinking Touka, like maybe it could be possible that Kaneki could bring Touka back to life. I don't think that's the case. Maybe, just maybe, Kaneki might save his son by accident. Now that is completely out the window. Like, oh, you know, if he saves his son, why couldn't he save Touka? I don't know. You know, I literally just thought of it then. There's also nothing implying that, you know, the Naga Serpent and Dragon Kaneki are the beings that can supposedly revive people, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, it's that concept alone has only just been brought up. Furuta mentions that the Naga Serpent theoretically could share his life force with people. I don't know if he could do that like directly, you know what I mean? Like if he just go up to another ghoul and be like, you know, boop, or if Kaneki has to absorb that ghoul, or, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe, just maybe, Kaneki could potentially save his son in the same manner, by accident or by trying to save Touka, but she's not saved, but instead her child takes it. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of different ideas that's swirling through my head right now when it comes to Touka potentially being eaten, or her just being near Kaneki's end half, or a portion of his body, whether she's completely already dead and actually inside and being absorbed in Kaneki's head. I don't know. I'm very excited to see how Ishida handles this and hopefully brings Touka's character to a conclusion. When I say conclusion, I mean either he fully kills her off 100% or he fully keeps her alive, stops playing with her like she's like a life or death toy to add impact to Kaneki's character in the world. With that being said, thank you all for watching, but I'm actually going to end the video for you. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.